What's up, guys? So we are back with another review. We are here with Daryl Dixon. So we are doing episode one. We're gonna hopefully dive into the entire season as the weeks progress. But again, if you want to see more of the Daryl Dixon content on Team JVS, make sure you guys let me know. And that's what we'll do. But starting off with episode one, I'm really happy with what we got. I understand there's gonna be people that are not feeling it, but to see Carol back in action is something that I'm really excited for. I did expect to kind of prioritize her in this episode. That was something that I expected, I'm not gonna lie at all. But to not only highlight her little story on the side, but to highlight what they were doing with uh Daryl still, of course, with everything that's going on in France and I don't know, it was cool to see everything kind of pick up where we ended. It seems like some time kind of went on, but it was still cool. But as for Carol, we picked up like right where we ended off with the bike, with her trying to find out where Daryl is. But then we were meeting a whole new group. We're a whole new person. We're meeting a whole new character. I really like this character. Ash is a cool dude, but of course things always go wrong. I did not expect this man to outlive this episode, but we're using him, which is why he did. They did a really good job with, I feel like, bringing her back in. It just felt smooth, but the whole side thing over there, it kind of felt, I don't know, the pacing was a little weird. It kind of felt out of place. Felt like we rushed into things. But I was still really happy that we got to focus on his character as well as Carol, because that's one thing that they're really gonna need to be able to do. Now that we got these two awesome leads, it's gonna be cool to focus on both of them. I'm sure we'll get moment like we're gonna we're meeting each other. We're gonna be seeing each other again. But how long is that gonna take? Because obviously, it's not gonna be, we knew it wasn't gonna be in this episode. I don't know if it's gonna be in the in episode 2, but we have a lot of time to kind of, you know, work on things and see how things go with individual characters before we have them, officially meet up. So, I am gonna be patient. I do expect to have a little bit of a wait, but, it's gonna be interesting to see how long it does take for that reunion, because 'cause we've gotten a lot of cool reunions in, the Walking Dead universe, and I feel like this is gonna be up there as one of my favorites. The Ones Who Live, I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people have their own little thoughts about it, but me personally, being just a huge Walking Dead fan, seeing these 2 characters that I love on screen again was something that I really loved. If you wanna see reactions to that, you can go over on my channel. Everything's is in the description. But as for, the Daryl show, I enjoyed the first season. So when, we got that little glimpse at the end of, episode, what, 6 in the finale, which I think they handled really well. I was really excited to see how they were gonna end up, you know, bringing her character into the mix. Because one thing that really threw me off about, the writing, of course, we're in a whole different country. This is a whole new ballpark. So for them to just have, a corny excuse for her to end up there. I was curious, but of course it makes sense for her to be looking for him, and these people have been around. They've been doing this for quite some time. So for them to find the answers, or however long it took, it makes sense to me. But it's just crazy. We have characters who, we're looking for Rick for all these years, couldn't find him, and then Carol just finds that, put Carol on the case, and it's simple. But obviously, entirely different cases. Daryl taken by amateurs, if you will, whereas Rick was taken by, like, an entire, like, corporation like this, like a whole ass government. Like they weren't playing; they were covering all their bases, whatever, and it totally makes sense that it was going to be a whole different, game there. But again, with Carol being back in the picture, I think that things are going to be really exciting, especially for Walking Dead fans. I don't know how a lot of you felt about episode 1. They introduced a lot of new characters, which I really enjoyed. But to have such a familiar face back in the picture, absolutely, I loved it. I think you guys are all gonna love it. To be able to experience the New York Comic Con panel with the Daryl Dixon panel, it was a whole different experience because they of course played the finale there. and just to hear everyone's just genuine excitement for Melissa McBride coming back into the picture, it's something that I'm truly excited to hear more of what you guys have to say, and that's why I'm really excited to have these conversations with you guys every week because of the fact that there's a lot of different opinions on you know what they're doing here, so whether it's bringing Carol back, whether it's just continuing the Walking Dead franchise, but all in all, I'm just super excited to see the story continue, and I think they kind of hit the mark with the first episode. I was really excited to see, again, I was hoping we would have Ash continue to be in the show because I know there's a common thing with these shorter seasons, and people are like they don't want to waste any episodes, and that's one thing that I get afraid of. I'm afraid that we're going to get a filler episode, if you will, but this episode did carry a lot of weight. um Again, that Ash character, super excited with what we got so far. It was really hard for me to watch Carol straight up lie to him about the entire situation with Sophia and Ed. I truly thought she found someone that could kind of relate on that level. To hear his, point of view about, losing his son and everything, I was just, this is a situation where her character, who has already developed so friggin' much, but can finally kind of let it go and have someone to relate to. And I know she's met people like that before, but to relate to losing a child, especially that young, like this, is just a whole different thing. And of course, when we started off the episode, like when she first kind of met the dude, we had this whole situation where we had a flashback and we saw her reliving the whole Sophia thing, which I think was shot beautifully. The fact that it wasn't just a flashback, she was interacting with what happened was insane. It was insane. I mean, the writing there, everything, just the way they shot it, it hit me, bro. Like it really did. And for it to show like her PTSD, or just to see how much time has gone by, but she's still living that over and over again. Like you don't forget something like that. It really is, to me, really, that was a really important moment to just highlight just everything, because Carol has been around for so long. Her development is some of the best that we've had in the show, but to know that that is still eating her up every day, like we know it did, but for them to show it is again a whole different story. I think they handled that really well. But back to the whole, you know, uh, uh, Daryl thing. I mean, we had more flashbacks with him. We got to see a younger version of Daryl again, which we haven't seen. I can't remember if that was. I think that was season two. The clip that they showed. So again, it was just more flashbacks, and it's just kind of refreshing us, which I think again is really important because there are some people who probably haven't seen the main show that are diving into Daryl Dixon, and I know that that's probably going to be less amount of those people compared to the people who watched The Ones Who Live, who had no idea about The Walking Dead. Like I know a lot of people that watched The Ones Who Live for the first time, and they absolutely enjoyed the show, and it didn't matter that they didn't see the Walking Dead. The chemistry knocked everything out of the park. I mean, like you just knew that there was some type of past between these characters due to the chemistry that we had between the two actors. And I think that's one thing that's going to be really cool with this. I mean, showing the flashbacks, and then when they finally do link up, to see the chemistry between Norman Reedus and Melissa McBride is going to be absolutely insane. So it's just something that I think that they're going to knock out of the park. I think people are going to be excited for it. And that's truly all I care about, just making sure that the fans are satisfied with what they're getting. Because me, I know I'm going to be happy with most stuff, but I just love to see the positive reactions when people are watching, specifically spinoffs, because it's really hard to make a spinoff, work. I enjoyed season one. And I think season two is off to like a pretty good start. Like it wasn't an A plus of an episode, but it still was a fun episode, um, leaving me with a lot of like curious, like, question. I have a lot of questions. I don't know how they're gonna play this. Again, Carol will do whatever she needs to do to get Daryl back, but the lying to my boy Ash is something that I am not looking forward to seeing him find this out. Um, I think I've seen him. So again, the actor has been around. I've seen him before, and it's actually killing me that I can't remember what I've seen him in because, again, I'm usually decent with remembering what's going on, but, like, it's just not clicking for me, but, I know one day I know it's gonna click. I know you guys are probably gonna fill me in, but, so far he's killing it. The fact that he's lived past episode 1, fantastic. Don't think he's outliving this. I don't think he's living through the season, but I'm definitely excited to hear what you guys have to say. We'll definitely dive into things more, in the next episode. And if you guys want to see more of just me talking about the show, make sure you guys are letting me know. Like, let us know in the comments, and you will see more Daryl Dixon reviews on Team JVS. It's just that simple, man. I mean, of course, you guys I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys showing love on not only the reaction but the review. Again, you can check me out, Bizzy Braun, everywhere. Bizzy Reactions on Instagram, Bizzy Braun on TikTok. We're uploading everywhere, man. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that's showing some love. Let me know what your theories are for the upcoming episodes. Talk to us. Like, we just love interacting. So go crazy. And a big thank you to everyone that's watching. You guys are great. I'll see you soon. Peace out.